Okay, I also have to discuss what your boy from South Carolina got going on, Branson. Because Zion is in the news again, unable to control his.
That's the reason why you don't. Again, is
ain't he out for the season?
The rest of the season, yeah, they shut him down because they don't need if you keep playing. We ain't going to playoff. We trying to win that lottery.
So he got to be there with all that dysfunction.
Yeah, so it looks like the mother of the baby mama of Zion Williams' child was arrested in a home invasion case involving another unidentified woman who was her romantic rival.
Zion hitting everything but the floor, man.
Is this the star or this a different one?
This is somebody else.
Oh yeah,
that's what I said. And to know what's cool about Zion with the hoes, he don't be saying nothing. He's always be going crazy over Zion. Pause.
So it looks like Akima Love, 31, was arrested Sunday and charged with home invasion, aggravated battery, and stalking. Police said it was in a probable cause affidavit. She is alleged to have shared a romantic partner with the woman described as the victim of the home invasion.
It was a threesome.
Yeah, so it looks like Love allegedly egged the woman's home on March 17th. So you know she was getting that Zion paper. She could afford to waste some eggs before she.
Yeah, because Zion was purchasing in their house that the other got.
Yep. No trick ass. And it looks like he egged the woman's house on March 17th.
Them boys in South Carolina getting bucked. Wow, they get that money, boy.
Hold on now. No, we
John
ain't gonna do that.
Same thing.
We ain't gonna do that.
Look, yeah, bro. I'm just saying.
One a fake gangster,
right? And the other player. Other one fake player. Boy, damn, boy, what y'all doing down there, man?
Can't wait to get to spending money on them chicks these days. I see that though.
Okay, so it says she messaged her on Instagram saying, "Don't worry, it's gonna be your head next when I drop this baby. Count your days." So she delivered a child, and then it looks like on Sunday she had the keys to the woman's residence and grabbed the victim's hair and struck the victim with keys clenched in her fist. Damn! I know that.
She what she did was she sucked Zion's ass off. Mm-hmm. Once he went to sleep, she knew where the keys was. Mm-hmm. Took them goddamn keys. When she knew where they had, because all three of them. Zion broke the rule because he f***ed the other bitch without her being near, and he probably got her pregnant at that, which that's two major rules he done.
First of all, shout out Neo for keeping your
That's right, Neo.
Shout out Neo.
Get that man. That man said, I thought we was talking. I'm surprised we ain't talking about
We'll
that.
talk about it now.
Okay.
Give this man some class.
Get Neo his goddamn.
These guys are making too much money for these chicks to be
running your
shit out of, like, they need to fall in line.
Yes.
They like as crazy as it might sound, I'm like,
you got some that just won't, dog.
I'm
they don't give a damn what
a
you
lot
got.
of these lifestyles that's going on, and you got the nerve to get the tripping. Oh,
bro, you got some. You got some. They don't give a damn what's on the line, what you got. If they in there feeling like that, they gonna do that. That's the reason why they get passed around, because they ain't got time for.
Yeah, if Zion was the Kardashian,
he wouldn't even worry about it. They don't know how to handle it. They know how to protect the bag.
How to be like, you as the guy, you need to control that situation.
You can't control that. Sometimes you can't control how a person thinks. You just gotta cut them off. So I really feel for the women who be trying to get rid of this and won't go away. They be stalking them like that. This is just as worse.
They 10
times worse than. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't like you can call police, be like, they be like, I'm sorry, ain't nothing I can do. She ain't gotta say. It's biased, bro. It's even 3 times worse. So when you get a chick and you done did what you did and she done bonked out like that, you gotta be strategic how you get away from her.
Yeah, and the sad part is this girl ain't even cold like that.
Nah, she not.
You see that
she
mugshot?
Yeah, she alright.
She looked like Tisha Campbell in a thumb.
Yeah, she's somebody that you could take her out.
I'm sure,
but you ain't. To me, you ain't married.
Sure a lot of these chicks ain't like that if you put them in a mugshot.
Well,
I'm sure a lot of these chicks
Yeah, some of them mugshots be looking right.
I ain't gonna do that because it's. You know, I watch Raleigh mugshots, and it be some of them PYT. They be flawless. They be looking good up in the. You
Like
be looking
I
at
was
the
about to
comments.
say.
You got look. This is when you know outside seeing a picture. They look in the comment section. You see well over if it's north of 100 comments. Yeah, they talking about. I'll come and pay Bay bonds like that.
Like I was about to say, these dudes make this type of money, and like you say, they get these chicks in here who don't know how to act. But
You don't know that, though, until
you got to
it-
do a better job of damn vetting some of these women.
Hey, listen.
Now this girl was on TV fighting and twerking before
Oh,
she
okay,
was
well,
associated.
So what
right.
do you think you're bringing into your circle?
Okay, I get you on that. All
Now,
right.
she clearly
Yeah.
was like,
It's who you associate yourself with.
yeah.
It's who.
I get
You go get.
You know what? You know what the key to all this was? It was a threesome.
It
Yeah,
had
but
to
I'm
have
sure there's dudes running threesomes and
No,
got
the
3,
fact-
4
but
chicks.
it's not-
Lou used to
I
come to
feel
the
you.
game with both his chicks.
I feel
sit
you.
next to each
I
other.
feel you. But-
Everything fine. You get people who are on the same page. If you gonna live this life, if you gonna live that life. Like they say, Lou Will used to bring his girls to the game. They sit right next to each other and just be as happy.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, some people fake like they can play that lifestyle and they really can't.
You right.
You know what I'm
and you
saying?
gotta wait to find out.
You
but
can't find out until after the
You
fact.
gotta do a better job vetting because now you involved in a bunch of foolishness that
And not to mention the star with the
Yeah.
exaggerated
Right,
body parts.
Yeah.
Yes.
right. So you got you
He knows how to
you.
pick them.
It's you. You're not.
Of
You're not
course.
doing your due
But you
diligence.
talking about a young he's been sheltered
But every
until he
week-
got to where he was
Every
at.
week we come up here giving a young ball
Right.
player an excuse.
And what's
for
no,
making
it's
his
again,
decisions.
real talk. It's not an excuse. It's just facts. If you come up from financial despair,
Isn't that even more reason to know if I came from financial despair, I'm going to be even more
it's a lot. It's
cautious with
okay.
my
All
money.
right. So let me go. I'm about to get an answer that. So
for
here
it.
you are. You went from when they know you had talent from middle school, high school. Who got control of that? Your parents.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
And get moving without your parents. Even when you get into college, who got control of that? Your parents. Once you get that first NBA check, if the parents doesn't have that same effect on them, even if they back off from, because you got some players like, I would say Cam Newton.
I would think parents would play even more if you're from a disenfranchised family. Y'all came up here hard, and you see that one of your children is getting ready to make it. As a parent, I would think you would go even further to
Be like your boy, mom.
look like you see where we came from.
No, hold on. Be like your boy, mom. We was talking about getting between Juju.
Yeah, like
and them.
the shout out. That's why I just shouted
Jaden
out
Daniels'
Jaden Daniels' mom. Like
That's overkill.
as a parent who's come from poverty or a bad situation, you finally got a child who's going to get you out of that situation. You're going to be beating in their head. Look, you see where we came from.
Yeah.
And you get ready to change all this. We need to make good decisions.
It all depends. Like I said, it all comes down to the parents. Sometimes.
They just there for the ride.
No, they did.
Some parents are just there for the ride.
It's not they did for the ride. It's like once you got there, okay, you got to handle this. Now, that's not saying they don't say nothing to him. I would think they would say something to him, but it all depends on what the dynamic. We can see whose parents that's there, who's involved. Like John Morant, dad, he's there. You see him. Towns, his dad at his games and shit like that. We see who parents still around and still like affirm like on their kids from a distance and stuff like that. And we just said your boy Jaden Daniels' mom, she all up in that. The only thing different with about Jaden Daniels' mom that I was talking about is he's up with another commodity.
But isn't one of the problems they say with Ja is that his dad they think is a reason why he acts like he does, because your dad is not
Checking
making
his
you
ass.
focus on what is most important. You're not, like as a father,
I think
I need to let you know, look, you know this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You got the golden ticket, and you doing this erratic behavior stuff is going to blow our ticket.
I think he gives him room to do his thing. Now, once it start, you know, like the NBA, like, all right, keep playing with us. We're gonna sit you. I think he'll step in, like, all right, bro, we got back it up, son. Chill out.
But shouldn't I step in before it gets that far?
Again,
shouldn't I be the one to be like, look, like, you know, like, because I don't want to lose what we got. I don't want you to lose what you got. And that's why I say some parents are just there for the ride. We're going to ride this instead of some parents actually telling them, look, you know, we don't want to go back. We want to go forward. And how you're conducting yourself is going to put all of this in jeopardy.
I think when it comes to Zion, it's a little different because how your parent going to tell you, you're a grown-ass man, you making money, you ain't in trouble, you just
put a condom on.
I mean, I'm sure they probably say that to him. I'm sure moms is telling that, is up in his ear saying, put a condom on.
Because these boys just throwing their money away.
You're right. Now again, I believe his mom's is firmly in his ear, but she's not there when is.
Shout out Jaden.
When she's not there,
don't get enough love.
Yeah, she's not there when he about to girl, he tipsy or whatever the case may be. So it's a temptation.
Let's pray for Zion because he's got to deal with this about 17 more years.
And this is the Zion can't get on the basketball court because you got to deal with this goofiness and now we looking at you and your basketball skills.
He got in shape for the first time in his career. Now he looked good. He lost that weight. He wasn't sitting on his ass. He wasn't eating.
How many seasons has Zion been in the league?
Shit, this has got to be 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, he already signed an extension.
How many seasons has he done anything?
Nothing.
0. Wasn't he an all-star?
Yeah, well, that first rookie season, I think, because of his athleticism.
Yeah,
that was the rush off of Duke and shit.
But and that's how I'm saying. Like, remember, we had Zion being this generational talent and stuff like that, and he's done
nothing.
What
they was saying when he was coming out of college, how the way his weight and shit like that, especially how he landed, it was going to be problematic. And I guess he thinking that he didn't have to do it. He ain't have to. See, that's the next level type. You had to take care of your body. It's one thing
when you're physically
gifted and you a young cat. You know what I'm saying? It's not holding you back. It's another thing when you going up against grown ass men.
When you dunking on them little white boys in high school,
right,
and
college.
Like
it's another thing when you going against a grown man who got their grown body
and 4 years and have done zilch.
Nothing.
Well, we're gonna pray for Zion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's like the third chick he's had an issue with because there was Mariah Mills and then there was Yamil Taylor.
That's the one he had a gender reveal with. He's supposed to be locked in with.
Bro, this is just bad decision making on your part. You're bringing in the wrong females. You better go get them girls like Hassan.
That's already in the circle.
That's in the circle.
They passed around. What Scottie Pippen ex-wife.
Go ahead and get in these girls in the circle that know their job.
Yeah, get them older. Look, I was just telling somebody today, and when I say older women, I ain't talking about Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards' older woman, she was still able to have kids. We talking about the older women who's like they at the tail end of they having kids or they ain't having none because all they gonna do is they gonna groom you into that man and send your ass out of there unless they probably got 1 or 2 more kids in their ass. They'll pop them on your ass and you ain't going nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? That's what happened. They don't know how to be out, and these women know how to finesse their ass. Feel what I'm saying?
Waiting on them.
What's the easiest way to get to a young man? Cook some food. His clothes washed, and it out of him.
Ain't that what my boy said the other day?
Yeah.
She cooked for me and stuff like
that. Yeah. Exactly. Cook for me.
Got excited, bro. That's really that's big, but it's kind of small.
You probably doing that on your own.
That's big.
That's supposed to be a plus. You know what I'm saying? If she cooking for you, and that's something to brag on.
Be impressed by the smallest. She cooked.
Yeah.
Like that.
I cook.
Or or just getting on a regular basis. That's all.
All right, my bad though.
Cool.